Hello everyone, welcome back with another video. Now this is the beginning of a new series on my channel, and the series is called Behind the Cut. Now in this series I will go over the behind the scenes, or more the timeline of my video, so I can show you what is going on the timeline. Now today I'm going to talk about the video which I made for the Make the Cut contest. So that is the video clip for Imagine Dragons song Believer, and I think we should jump right in. So I have the clip here on my timeline, and as you can see it is built up of several different layers, and I will go over all of those now, but first, just to make it a bit easier, I will group all of the clips on the same layer so that I can turn things on and off if I need to. Group those and group these. There we go. So I actually think I have to adjust my camera. I think that's better. So now I will go on here. So this was the audio track which I got in the pack, and that's the bass I started with. So this is the track. I can't show you too much of it, otherwise my video will get blocked. Now I start with this, and then I add three kinds of vocals. I had Dan sitting here in this chair, a semi close-up of him, and then a close-up of his mouth. So what I first did is I had all of the layers stacked on top of each other, and I synced the audio together with the video so that all of the tracks were on the same place. And then I started cutting between those, so you can see that the first video is playing throughout the entire video, the first clip, and then you have several cutaways of the second track and then of the third track whenever I felt like that. So then what I'll do here, can I enable entire groups? Yes, I can. There we go. So then what I have here, this is the normal intro. Actually, if we enable it, you can see that some stock footage was added over it, because I got stock footage of Adobe stock. So that's actually kind of nice. So this was the intro I made, so you could see like a believer appearing behind the guy, and then it was just the singer of the band going here. So it was only him, which I did. But then I thought it might be kind of boring just to only have the singer in the frame. So then I started adding instruments, so I can enable that. And the main idea of the video was to have double exposure, which means that you have one clip, and in parts of the clip you can see another clip. So you can see here, if I play this part, you can see the drummer over here, but you can also see the singer in the clip. So how I did that is, then it says multiple clips selected, of course. Then I'll ungroup them. Okay, Here we go. And then I go into my opacity settings and I chose hard light. Now you also have soft light, which is another blending mode, but I chose hard light with blending mode, so in certain parts you can see the other clip. And I did that everywhere. So here you had the bass and the drums again, the guitar over here. So I started adding some of the instruments there. And then I can enable this part. This was of the guy fighting. So you can see him here fighting. Here again you can see parts of him fighting. So that's actually a separate layer. And then something here, I'll enable it. These are some of the other parts where I added stock footage instead of other clips of the video itself. However, here sometimes I added it on other layers so that it would be more clear. So you can see that this clip here is of the guy being here in the frame. It's not stock clip, but it's just that it is a bit better to see, so that you have like this sort of checkboard pattern in here so that you can see which clips fit where. Then in the end, of course, I have a title sequence. In the beginning I have the opening sequence. Again, this makes a really nice effect because I chose the hard light effect. On the piece of stock footage you can see that the part here, the white text of Believer, is actually more visible. So I think that gives a really nice effect. Oh yeah, over here, I think that's a nice thing to mention. Now if I ungroup those clips, I can show it here. This is actually, there was also a young version of the person sitting in the chair, the young version of the singer, and the other fighter is actually the older version of the singer, if you did not see that in the original clip. But what I did here is I had some cropping. You can see here that the cropping did actually have quite a good effect. Then here, this was the original. But I thought it was way too obvious and not really nice if you have such hard edges, so I added a Gaussian blur, which is always really nice, and an edge feather, because otherwise you would just have a really hard edge, which is not nice. So I added the edge feather, and this is actually pin light. If you would have hard light, it's not that nice. Because then this part is way too dark, so I chose pin light for that, and I think it actually gives quite a nice effect. So I think that actually is all there is to it. Now I think it's nice to mention how I edited the audio, because this is just the main track I got. And in the beginning, if I zoom in a bit, in the beginning you can clearly see that there are some beats. So if I show it here, so from that you can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have the beat that you want. But the vocal video clips, they also had the same audio track. So because of those beats in the beginning, I could actually add them or put them in the right place, and then I could just delete the audio of those video clips, and then I could cut between the different shots. So here you have a wide shot, medium wide, close up, and then here again it cuts to the wide shot. And the first part, where is sort of where he introduces himself with the different shots. So I wanted these first seconds, I wanted those to just have the singer natural, and for the rest it all relied on double exposure, which is the thing I was going for. So I actually think it turned out pretty nice. And this is the video I submitted to the Make the Cut contest of Adobe. Now you have until April 8th to submit your video. So that is more than 2 weeks. So I would say definitely go for it. Make your own video. I love to see what you come up with, and my video is viewable on my YouTube channel. So check it out there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.